You know what it is, Actors Endurance, here for the hot topics. Now, we're getting ready to get right into this thing, but just make sure you subscribe, share, and turn the notifications on. All right, so man, we got some good old hot topics. I don't know how y'all's Easter was, but I hope you had a great Easter, and I hope you went to the movies because Sinners is taking off. Boy, oh boy. Now, horror has always been a big genre, but they are taking it to the next level. Since Get Out, Sinners is like the next best thing. It's amazing. I still have not seen it. I keep having things to do, but I promise I'm going to see it this week, no matter what. Have you seen it yet, Mom?
No, my daughter went on Saturday. I hit her up and she was in the theater. She got out. She was like, "Boy," all she kept saying was, "Woo, man." So, all right, yeah, yeah. I guess I got to get out there and see it now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the Sinners box office, man, definitely it's obviously number one. And it grossed over 48 million. Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Over 48 million. So it's topped Minecraft, which I kind of figured. Well, I tell you, Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, they sure make a hell of a team. They sure make a hell of a team. And I'm glad they got Delroy Lindo in there too. I love me some Delroy Lindo. If you haven't seen Crooklyn, go see Crooklyn. He's in there too. But yeah, it's an amazing film. But the thing that I really like about Sinners is that Ryan Coogler made one hell of a deal. So not only does he make money off of the film, but he owns the rights to the film for how many years? I want to say it's like 20 years. So he
wow.
made one hell of a deal with this film. I am so happy for that man. You got any news on Sinners, right? Mm.
No, no, nothing more than what you've spoken about. But I mean, again, this for me, as far as actors' endurance is concerned, this goes back to the I guess the relationships that are built over the years and just how if one trusts the other, so the actor trusts the director, director trusts the actor, and you can't beat it when it works. So kudos to them. With them doing bigger movies like this, it also means that more movies are to come. So, I mean, you
Exactly.
look at Tarantino, and he has a group of actors that are recurring in a lot of his movies. And actually, most directors, if you follow them enough, you'll see. I mean, talk about Delroy Lindo. Spike, that was his boy for years. Spike, we're gonna do a
Absolutely.
special on Spike. Spike put a
Yeah.
whole lot of people that y'all love on a
Oh, we're
whole
getting
lot.
ready. Yeah, I got a story about Spike too. I was gonna bring him up next, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't have
Mhm.
nothing on Sinners except for y'all go out there and see that. And yeah, let's segue right into the Spike. We'll use Delroy Lindo. Yes,
Okay.
Crooklyn. I was in my first year of AMDA when Crooklyn was out.
Yeah, Crooklyn is a great film. But really quick though, getting back to Sinners. So Sinners is the only horror film in the last well actually in more than 35 years to get an A cinema score. So even Get Out got an A minus, A Quiet Place got part two got an A minus, but Sinners got a straight A. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I really can't wait to see it. Let me know if y'all have seen it. Put some notes in the comments if you've seen it, if you like it. Yeah, it's such a great film. Now, moving on to Spike Lee. So, Spike Lee's highest to lowest, he's working with Denzel. Now, this film hasn't been released. They're only gonna well, so far they're premiering it at the Cannes Film Festival. So, yeah, we got Spike Lee in that. And did you know that Spike Lee cast ASAP Rocky in that same film?
I
That's
saw that.
wild. Yeah, over
I
a
saw that.
meme. Yeah, he posted a meme now. If y'all are not familiar with the acting industry, but if you are an actor, you should know this by now. A lot of people get cast just based off of their followers or whatever their social media is, or if they're just popular at the moment because they equate your popularity. They think that you'll bring that same audience over into whatever film or television you're in. So that's why they're casting people just based off of their popularity. But Spike Lee cast ASAP Rocky off of a meme, which is wild. Which is wild. And I wonder, can he act? But we'll see. Um, yeah, we'll see.
Shout out to Jackson. Hello, Jackson. Hello, Fox. Hello, cheerleader. Hope y'all are still on. Thank you for joining us. This is Actors Endurance, home
Yeah,
of the beginning artist.
yes. All things acting and entertainment over here. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. I can't wait. I'm glad Denzel, first of all, is continuing to put films out because I know fairly soon he's about to retire. But it's gonna be interesting to see him and ASAP Rocky in the film because ASAP, he got a big win after winning his lawsuit after the guy tried to, basically just get some free money. So he won that case, and now ASAP Rocky's pretty popular. So I'm wondering how it's gonna do at Cannes. I think depending on how does at Cannes, we'll see. Maybe we'll see it in the theater soon. But I thought that was kind of cool. So Spike Lee and Denzel working together.
Yeah, been a long time. I mean, back in the day, they did a couple back to back. You had X, you had Mo Better Blues, which I think Mo Better Blues may be my favorite one. Like I really loved that movie.
That was really
This
good.
is um
A Devil
it
Wears a
was
Blue
West
Dress.
Devil Wears a Blue Dress. Wow, wow. Okay, now I'll tell you who stole that movie in my opinion was Don Cheadle playing
Oh, I
Mousy.
love Don
Oh
Cheadle.
my God. Boy, he ripped that role. So if you ask me, I mean Denzel has a whole line of movies that I could go through. Uh I think that particular role in Mo Better Blues, it was
Mm-hmm.
so different
Oh
than anything
yeah,
else he's ever
where he
played.
played the yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a
yeah.
great film. That was a
Yep.
great
Yeah. That
film.
was. Yeah. So we'll do something on Spike one day. We're gonna give him his flowers because he's put a lot of people on, and I'm talking a lot, like a lot that people don't think, and all of these people are kind of blown up. Denzel, and I'm gonna do something on him too. Every person that has worked with Denzel has blown up after working with Denzel. It's a fact. You can go back on
Mm-hmm.
all of them: Russell Crowe, Queen Latifah, Angelina Jolie. I just
Most
anybody.
notably Viola Davis, though nobody knew who she was, and he worked with her, and bam, and now she is a megastar. But yeah, you're
Derek Luke,
absolutely right.
Derek Luke,
Absolutely right.
Kyle Pfeiffer. Yeah, but that was Mackay. Mackay, from what I heard, he went with a Polaroid. He was a rapper in New
Mm.
York, and I think when he auditioned. They took a Polaroid and then they put him on. Giancarlo Esposito. Like
Oh, I love him.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, do the
How
right thing and
long?
step on his sneakers. I love that part.
Danny Iola. Yeah, you had Danny Iola. You had
Yeah.
uh, Bill
Shoot.
Nunn before he passed away. He had gotten a lot of work. So, shout out to Spike, shout out to the people who
Mm-hmm.
continuously do it. And he put on a couple of directors too. So, shout out to my man
Mm-hmm.
Monty Ross. I don't know where Monty is in the world, but yo, Monty did a lot of his movies. And my boy Mark Dorsey, who was on the soundtrack of a whole lot of his movies in the beginning. So,
Nice.
um, Search of a Life is probably the biggest one for Clockers. Another great movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Spike just got him. Um, shout out to Spike. Shout out to Spike. But we're not gonna hold y'all too long. We're gonna flip on the other side of the tracks real quick. Oh, my bad. Did you have anything else to say on the movie on that
No,
one?
no, you're good. You're good. Yeah. Go ahead. What you got for the people?
Oh,
Kind
my
of hot
boy
topics you
Johnny
got on Monday?
got a hot topic with Johnny Depp, my boy. I mean, we go back to 21 Jump Street, like the original 21 Jump Street with this dude right here. He's been doing it for a long time, but Johnny Depp transforms for Hollywood comeback film Day Drinker. That probably didn't sound right, but he's playing in a role called Day Drinker, and he's on his way back, of course, after that nasty divorce that he went through. So the actor accused of domestic abuse will play a mysterious yacht guest with a long gray hair in Mark Webb's new movie Day Drinker. There we go. All right, so Johnny Depp is making a Hollywood comeback after being accused of domestic violence in several legal battles with his wife or ex-wife now, Amber Lee or Amber Heard. Oh my goodness, I'm off my rocker today. Uh, all right, so in the 3 years since all of that crap happened, Depp has been involved in smaller art house movies starring in, I believe it's Jean Du Barry, a French historical drama, and directing Second World War drama Modi, 3 Days on the Wing of Madness. So, um, and the article does go on. If you want to read more on it, you can go to, I believe, it's the Times. I can't tell which Times it is, but it's a Times article.
So
Hey, yeah, it's kind of.
he has a new film coming out.
Yes, he does have a new film coming out. He also goes on in the article to say, well, he never went anywhere. He's still
Hmm.
been here the whole time, but he just hasn't been in the spotlight. So he's actually 61, and
Wow.
Penelope Cruz. Yeah, I didn't know that. He's
Wow.
been out of a wild lifestyle. He still seems to be keeping up with himself. So Penelope Cruz and Madeline Klein are both in the movie. So I can imagine that with that kind of talent, it's going to be something that is, he's always interesting to watch, whether you like the movie or not.
Oh yeah,
Johnny, yeah, I
he's a
like
great
him.
actor now. Yeah, he's
Well,
a
he
really great actor. So
he does what I encourage a lot of actors to do. So when you really prepare, when you come and you're prepared for a role, he'll give you 7 variations of that take. He'll
mm,
give you 7. And he just says, "Hey, pick the one you like the most." So you can do these things a little bit differently. You just have to make sure that you're doing it truthfully for the character within the given circumstances, and you should be fine. But
hmm.
yeah, I've always liked Johnny Depp. I like pretty much everything he's been in that I've seen. He's done a terrific job. So
Hmm.
Edward Scissorhands, yeah, take you back
Oh
into. I
yeah.
don't even people remember that one.
Yeah, that was a great one too. And he was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape too, which I
Yeah.
love Leonardo DiCaprio for that, but Johnny Depp was great in that too. He played his bigger brother.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
actually, the Leonardo killed it. I actually thought he had the condition. Then I saw him in another movie. I was like, "Oh, you got me, son!" He got me. He
He is
got me.
one of my like favorite actors, like top five dead or alive. That man is he can't be touched. He cannot be
Yeah,
touched.
he's an
I don't know many
incredible
that
actor.
can do what he does.
Yeah, it's him and Jeffrey Wright. I put up there as far as being able to really embody a character. And the guy that played Lincoln, I cannot get his
Oh
name
yeah,
right now.
the day.
Yeah, Daniel Day Lewis was it?
There you
Was it
go.
Daniel Day Lewis? Yeah.
Hmm.
He's another person who really he goes deep, goes real
Hmm.
deep into the roles. So yeah, respect to that. I respect, I really respect the method. However, if you're new to acting, I won't say that I don't recommend it. I'm just saying understand the technique before you really just dive into it, and make sure you always have a life jacket. Always, always, always. So yeah, when you need a life jacket, come holler at me. I'll teach you some techniques so that you don't necessarily have to get lost in your role. All right. I have no idea of where my partner went. I think she's still here, y'all. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes. But there she goes.
Oh,
All right. She's back in there.
okay, okay. Yeah. Well, moving on, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. I guess am I pulling the caboose again today? I never pulled it before. I'm pulling the caboose. You got one more?
Yeah, let me give one more and then yeah, you can pull the caboose. So y'all, this is crazy and this is wild. Nickelodeon is the first, this is the first. So if you haven't heard of, it's a kids show. So Nickelodeon is the first network to put their show Kid Cowboy on YouTube. Now this
Wow.
is the first, yeah. This is wild. This is wild. So I believe they're using it as more of a test market just to see how it will do, and also just trying out, putting an actual television show on YouTube because they've been doing their homework and their research, and they realize that cable viewership continues to plummet. Kids 14 to 18 spend an average of 70 minutes per day on YouTube. So they watch more YouTube than they watch anything. So the company took they took their show Kid Cowboy, and they're gonna put it on YouTube for a year to see how it does. And then depending on how it does, depending on how things go, then they might put it on on a different platform, or they might just keep it on YouTube. I don't know, but I think that is wild. Um, yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, so they're using YouTube as more of like a focus group and just doing all their test marketing. Um, yeah, this is wild. So this is Nickelodeon is the first network TV network, excuse me, to debut a full original series on YouTube. So I thought that was
Wow.
kind of crazy. Yeah, this is different. This is different. Yeah.
Changing of the guard. I mean,
Mhm.
we've been seeing this happen for the past, what, 10 years easy. And now we're really, really, I mean, you remember years back where HBO and everybody split, kind of went independent. Then they had to join each other, then they were split up again. So it's been going on for quite some time. And now the streaming networks, they're going to rule until VR networks really hit home.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that they have a little bit of a run left, but you've seen where Netflix is. If you start to read your Netflix going down now, I think they have their game section first now. I remember the games was at the bottom. Now the
Mhm.
games are up at the top. It's either it's right up at the top or where you have your coming soon, and then
Mhm.
right up under that is the game. So everybody's going to make a pivot somewhere. Um, Movies are going to be cool, but you really have to keep people's attention. And we know that people can play Fortnite for days, weeks, months at a time. So this is a fight for
Absolutely.
energy. What's that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, but it was eventually it was inevitable. Eventually it was going to happen. Somebody was going to do it, and Nickelodeon is the first adopters on this. I don't think it's smart for them because, like you said, kids are being raised by their devices nowadays. So yeah, why not put all the content right there on YouTube? Not only are they saving money, but I'm sure they're figuring out a way to make some great money too and get all those subscribers. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Well, we need to keep an eye on that because I think that we'll start to see more mergers coming like that. I think we'll start
Mhm.
to see and maybe even people jumping on YouTube and I don't know how Vimeo is it Vimeo?
Vimeo, yeah.
Vimeo, yeah, that
It's a
one.
decent platform, but YouTube is number one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube got them by a mile, but it's platforms like that that just stick around, stick around, stick around. Then they find an audience, and then boom, they take right off. So, shout out to
Mhm.
anybody that's able to stay around in this environment because it is tough out this camp, boy. It's tough for anybody. I mean, we're battling with the big companies now. They're doing the same thing we're trying to do. you
Mhm.
know, and, and really keep their feet on the ground. We have the studios not really putting out the volume that they used to put out, but the demand for content is actually growing every single day. So it's
Absolutely.
and trying to keep all of the incentive programs going. So it's wild because it seems like the entertainment business is still growing, but we also have an elephant in the room that's going alongside with it. And you know, I don't know. Is it going to be the difference between VHS and DVD? Oh,
I think it's gonna be way different.
well, cable is done. I mean, cable is done. Like I said, you got most of the TVs that you'll buy, the brand new ones, they have a whole. a
All
whole TV station. Yeah, you can go watch
Mhm.
almost anything that you want, at least the essentials, and even old movies and stuff. So, that's something that we have to pay attention to. Being in this business is paying attention to the changing of the guards and where new opportunities will lie, because YouTube is a little bit different. And
Yeah.
Tubi is on its way up too, so don't sleep on Tubi, y'all. Tubi
Mhm.
is that one hanging around. Before you know it, they're going to be the next Netflix. So
Mhm.
Amazon, we don't even know. You know, they're the largest one, so we don't even know what Amazon's going to do. I have no idea.
Mm.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. But what you got on the caboose? What you got on the
On the
caboose?
caboose, Hollywood studio Paramount. The Hollywood studio Paramount agrees to a $28 billion merger with the Skyline Studio. 28 billion.
Mm.
Wow. So Paramount Global, one of Hollywood's best known companies, has agreed to a merger with the independent film studio Skydance in a deal that ends its link with the Redstone family. The Paramount chair, Sherry Redstone, whose father, Sumner, bought the company in 1994, has given a green light to the sale of the family's controlling stake in the company behind classic films such as The Godfather, Titanic, and Breakfast at Tiffany's. Paramount also owns the television network CBS, and the channels include Nickelodeon, MTV, and the UK's Channel 5. The deal, which values the company at 28 billion, brings an end to more than 6 months of negotiations. So, yeah, I figured it's something like that is not going to happen overnight. So, Skydance has agreed to invest 8 billion into the company as a part of the merger deal. Skydance will then pay a further 2.4 billion to buy National Amusements. Wow, the Redstone-owned theater movie operator that holds nearly 80% of the voting shares of Paramount. So seems like they are slowly but surely getting the Redstone. It's getting the Redstones out of there. Whoever acquired it is eventually they're going to be the sole controller. But I don't think the Redstones are hurting. I don't think
Mm.
they're hurting at all.
Oh wow. Wow, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big merger. That is a big merger, especially if it's in the billions. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we ain't even talking in the tens neither. Like we're well, no, we're in the tens, but it's up there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
well, we're not just talking like 1 billion. It is several $billion that are being floated around. So y'all can funnel
Absolutely.
some of that money back down to actors and those. You throw us a cool 100 million. Come on, man, what y'all doing? Paramount. I know y'all got a little shit. Y'all got a spot for actors and doing something there. So shout out to Paramount. Shout out to the I won't say newly rich because they've been rich, but newly filthy ass rich Redstone family.
Mhm.
That's how you retire in style, folks. Sell your
Yeah.
company for billions of dollars, and I mean you're giving up classics, but for real, unless you're around my age, you don't remember them damn movies, no way.
Oh Lord.
Just being real. The Godfather, but did you see Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes. Long
Oh,
time
okay.
ago though, but
I'm
yeah.
saying, yo, you must have been in diapers. You don't remember that movie.
Nah, I don't remember it, no, but I've seen it. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of old movies though, so yeah, just because you
Yeah.
don't see them when they come out doesn't mean you haven't seen them. 'Cause I've seen a lot of like westerns, that was way
Oh,
before my time. So yeah, I watch a lot of old movies. Yeah, for
oh,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah. I was just saying that the younger generation ain't paying that no mind. And if I could offload classics like that for that kind of money, because yeah,
Mm.
nobody, maybe Scarface, the younger generation, but nobody's watching those 6 hours of The Godfather. No, these youngins are not watching that. They're not that. So that kind of cinema is
We
kind
should ask around though. When you see some young, because I wonder if they've seen. Because I think maybe if it's a classic, they've seen
of.
it. Maybe, maybe.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, we
Because
should ask around because I'm curious. I'm curious.
They've been
Right.
inundated with, they have their entertainment's a little different than ours. So I'm very
Mhm.
interested to see if somebody got them to sit down for 2 hours plus per Godfather movie. You know what I mean? Like they weren't
Oh
none
Lord,
of them.
Marvin, they're not that bad. They still watch movies for 2 hours now. I mean, they're not that
Uh,
bad.
all right, I
I
like
mean,
to
maybe
see it now.
when they're scrolling, their attention span is like 2 seconds, but they watch films now. They watch movies,
All
and if
right,
they weren't, I'm sure the Sinners wouldn't be as good. It wouldn't be grossing as high. 'Cause I'm sure there's a lot of them going out to see that film.
that is true. Yeah, yeah, all of that. There wasn't no old folk going out there for 48 million.
Maybe
What
on
was it?
Easter Sunday, because
Mm.
Easter Sunday had a big spike in that film too. So everybody, the whole families went there from church. I'm
So
sure.
y'all went from church to go see a vampire movie?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Listen. Yeah, I bet you they did. Hey, if y'all went from church and went to go see a vampire movie, leave it in the comments and let me know how you liked it. Well, listen, y'all,
Uh,
listen, we here for a good time, not a long time. We got some books out. Go to Amazon, check out the Actors Weekly Planner. Also, the Actors Little Black Handbook. One will keep you organized, the other one to help you keep and maintain the job. So, y'all, we are Actors Endurance. We're here for a good time, not a long time. This has been Hot Topics Mondays. Catch us on Wednesdays for What the Hell Wednesdays, and then Fun Fact Fridays on Friday. And yeah, we up out of here.
all right. Yep. Y'all know this. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Be great. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.